Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Zenish. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Carly, and today we are doing a Scorpio through the houses full moon reading. Today we have a Scorpio full moon, and I really enjoyed and got a lot of positive feedback from our Taurus full moon reading last month, so I'm excited to read for you guys today. If you would like to know which reading is for you, you can go to the link below, astrocharts.com, and type in your birth information, and it will tell you which house Scorpio is in your chart, and then that is the reading that you'll choose. If you do not have Scorpio in any house, like particular house, if Scorpio does not rule any particular house, you can read for 0, which you will see in the show notes below. This month, tonight actually, we have our virtual holding space, which is our virtual meetup via Zoom. It is from 7 to 8:30 p.m. CST. It is such a vibe. It's so cool. Everyone who shows up is lovely. It's usually a really small group, so the readings and the energetic exchange is very intimate. And then I record it and post the replay on Patreon. You can find those details also in the show notes below. On Friday, the 16th of May, I am holding space one-on-one for anyone who would like to book a session in person. That is in Slidell at Christina's Therapeutic Touch. It is by appointment only, so you'll have all of my contact information below. If you would like a one-on-one in-person session, that's happening May 16th. Virtually, I take sessions just about any time. I have a lot of flexibility virtually, so if you're interested in a virtual session, again, information to contact me is in the show notes below. And then on May 18th, we have our in-person Sunday service, which is fan-fucking-tastic this quarter. And I will say nothing else about Sunday service except that it is amazing. And if you would like more information, I really break down both in holding space and on Patreon what we're doing this quarter in Sunday service. I love it. I'll also be posting a full moon yoga flow on the Patreon, hopefully today. And this yoga flow is more active than the one we did for Taurus season. It's stabilizing and balancing. It's being in the energy of a Scorpio moon is very deep, very watery, very much so about the subconscious. And I feel that yoga is meant to meet us where we're at and help balance the surrounding energies. And so the point of this flow is resilience and strength and stability. It won't be too long. I'm thinking like 20, 30 minutes, not an hour. And I'll have modifications for our pregnant mamas who are in the community and for anyone who's new to the practice. I love teaching from a beginner perspective because I feel like I live at a beginner perspective as far as yoga goes forever. So I really like to meet you where you're at and make sure that the practice is accessible to everyone, whether you are a beginner or more advanced. So check that out also on Patreon. So today we're reading for the Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is represented by the Death card in tarot, and the moon is represented by the High Priestess. These are the energies present in this moon. And I'm not going to say too much more. I am going to really break down this moon in our reading today on Patreon. I don't want to say much more here. So check out the show notes below to see which house is for you, which reading is for you, and we're going to dive right in. Peace out, you guys. All right, y'all. Reading for the 8th house Scorpios. The 8th house is the house that Scorpio rules, It's the house of intimacy, transformation, death, mystery, and soul questions. So let's see. I pulled 2 cards already that we'll check out a little later in this reading for this group. But let's see what wisdom we have in store for us as we navigate the realms of the subconscious in this Scorpio full moon. Let's see. Eighth house Scorpios. We have strength. We have the sun in reverse. These are Leo energies. Leo and the sun. Temperance in reverse. Leo, the sun in reverse. Temperance in reverse. And let's pull one more. I feel like this is about... Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is about being in the dark. About really being in the dark. About feeling like unsure of which way. We have 10 of Swords too. Let me sit with this for a moment. This is feeling like major stagnation, maybe in a relationship with the two of Cups here. It feels like possibly in a relationship, maybe with family, maybe with older family. And I feel like you are the Queen of Pentacles and strength. And I feel like you're tired. There's a little self-doubt here. And you are... I think that you're finding clarity. You're finding your footing. You're finding your voice. You are learning to speak your truth, but you're also learning that less is more. Like the less you say, the better. The more grounded you are in your emotional responses, the better. And I feel like you're really okay with being in the dark right now. You're okay with the not knowing. You're okay with this inability to see or understand like why what is coming up right now. I feel like there's a lot of chatter happening around you and you're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't give a fuck. And you're kind of like, is something wrong with me because I don't give a fuck? Or is like it totally okay to give a fuck? And then you don't even really care if something is wrong with you. You're like, whatever, this is where I'm choosing to be. Like, I'm going to let whatever this childish behavior is play out around me, and I'll be here when the dust settles. Let's see, you have Student of Water. So this is Page of Cups, and you have Speed here, which is interesting. This feels like whatever this is going to pass relatively quickly. And like, I also see like your guides being like, she's learning, she's catching on. Yeah. And like, now that you're open and you're soft and you've kind of let go of whatever this other shit is, that you're retaining a lot of new information very quickly. And I feel like with Student of Water here too, there's a lot of opportunities that there's room for right now. I just see you playing and being happy, and like, I just don't have time for the heavy bullshit right now. And like, you're tired of the heavy bullshit. Whatever the heavy bullshit is that is like on your heart is stuff that's already been played out. Like, you're over it. You're done with it. You're ready to move on. All right, 8th house Scorpios. Peace. All right, my 9th house Scorpios. 9th house Scorpios are ruled by Sagittarius. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. My 9th house Scorpios, this is the house of philosophy, of higher education, of higher mind, of wisdom. So let's see what this reading has in store for you, what wisdom we have for this Scorpio full moon for my Scorpio 9th house babies. Four of Swords, the card of rest, the card of quelling the mental. Queen of Pentacles, this card was in the last reading too. Ooh, I feel you waiting. I see you sitting in a chair, a very cozy chair, almost like by a fireplace, just rocking and watching and waiting. I almost feel a little anger here, like you're wide awake, just kind of plotting something. When this Four of Pentacles came out, I felt a little anger and frustration. So let's clarify that. The Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, I feel like this is an opportunity that you felt like was offered and then pulled from under you. You're like kind of seething. But also, it feels like you're tired of being, tired of being angry and disappointed. And you're kind of like letting the feelings move through and pass through. And you're like solution oriented. This feels very solution oriented despite feeling these feelings. You're like, I'm biding my time. I'm waiting. I know that what's for me is not going to pass me by. And I feel like surrendered. Like, I'm mad. I'm not happy, but I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't want to be disappointed anymore. I just want to be, I want to be free, and I want to go wherever you lead me. Basically praying, like, wherever you call me to go, I'm open. I'm tired of trying to figure this out for myself. The Nine of Pentacles is, I say time and time again, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. She's worked really hard to get where she is. She's very grounded in who she is. She knows that she's not finished, but she knows that good things are coming, and she is happy in this space where she is. And I feel like that's the message for you. Like, whatever this is not fun. I feel like there's scarcity, like you're ready to receive more. I feel like you're in a hurry to do so, almost like it's crunch time. I can't wait anymore. Like, something needs to change, but also you're like, all right, I'm here. I'm of service. I pray. I do my work. I'm showing up. I'm literally doing everything I feel like I can possibly do. Whatever this last disappointment was has just kind of pushed you over the edge, and you're like, I'm going to wait here. I'm going to wait here. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to stop stressing. And whatever it is that you have coming my way, I'm ready. Like, fucking give it to me. This is Ace of Cups and reflection. Let's read the card for Ace of Cups. Like the 1,000-petaled lotus, you open to the pure potential that blooms within. Gaze into the lotus cup. Allow your intuition to guide you through the realm of your emotions. Notice how you feel when you begin to let that wise interior voice lead the way. Is there a place within where you can feel the resonance of yes? Can you begin to find more room in your heart for love? Ask yourself how you might begin to infuse love into everything that you create. Remember that true beauty springs from the compassionate heart. Let empathy shepherd you through the sacred spiral of your embodiment. What gifts are yours and ready to bloom into the world? I feel like this is about connecting with something that you can't even see yet. Like the solution, I love this Ace of Pentacles still peeking through, is right here. And quieting your mind, getting really still, counting your blessings, being in a place of gratitude, and being ready to receive the solution to whatever this is. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles here too, that it's not really for you to worry about. Like, you don't have to worry about resources. Just keep doing what you're doing and living within your means. Peace out, 9th house Scorpios. All right, 10th house Scorpios. The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. You are a 10th house Scorpio, the house of reputation, tradition, goals, public self, and career. I already have goosebumps. I immediately felt this deck as soon as we started tapping in this house. So what wisdom do we have in this Scorpio full moon for our 10th house Scorpios? We have 5 of Wands. We have Ace of Swords. This feels like mental tension. We have 6 of Swords. We have Death, which is the Scorpio card. We have King of Swords, 2 of Cups, and the Sun. It's a lot of energy. Let's see. Oh, this feels like mental clarity. I don't know. It feels kind of heavy before it settles. Like, you might feel a real upheaval of anguish and anxiety right now. Especially a lot about what other people think and how you're perceived and what it is you're doing in this life. But I also see you caring a lot about what one particular person thinks. Like, there's one person, whether you realize it or not, whose approval means more than anything to you. And I feel like you are, like, I feel like this person, like, loves you, adores you, sees the light in you. Like, you don't have to try. They're happy. And I feel like you are needing some form of approval that can only come from within yourself. That you are trying really hard to be something that you envision yourself to be, when everything that you're doing right now is more than enough. And I think that you're starting to see that. Like, you can kind of taste it. And anytime we're up-leveling or healing, we usually have this moment where we're dragged back under, we're pulled back under, and we kind of re-experience all of the anxieties and insecurities and fear that we've already worked so hard to work through. And I feel like that's where you are right now. Like, you were doing really well. You were feeling really good, super confident, working through some shit. And then we get in this energy of the Scorpio full moon, and you are just pulled into the depths of all of this. And that's where I see you. Like, you've been dragged under, and you're finding your equilibrium, and you're going to swim to the surface and be just fine. So if this is speaking to you, you are enough and you're doing enough. And this person, I don't even know that you're conscious of it, but I think over the next few days, you'll kind of see yourself. It's like performing to receive love. And this person doesn't need you to do that. And then you have to learn how to be just you in this relationship, which actually feels really good. Like, I feel like you can connect on another level when you're not, like, seeking approval anymore. So let's see what your cards are. We have, this is 9 of Air. I love the eyes on this cat in this card. And Ready. I feel like I love this. So 9 of Swords is, why am I drawing a blank on what this card looks like? 9 of Swords. We're going to find it. I feel like this little cat is ready to pounce It's like excited and playful. That's how I feel. There it is. That's how I feel about, and we also have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. I feel clarity in this Nine of Swords. And like, I love this card ready here because I feel like this cat is jumping from here to here. Like ready to play and lighten up and be free. Let's see what this Nine of Swords says in this. I love this deck, the Sacred Web Tarot deck. Do you know how beautiful you are? Sometimes you can't see how your independent spirit and curiosity are here to lead you into a deeper understanding of what you are being called to pursue. Instead, you find yourself stranded upon the precipice of dread, overcome by the instability of anxiety and distress. Within these moments of difficulty, it is easy to lose sight of the magic that you bring. But it is precisely your fearless soul and your inquisitive mind that make you so special. Can you stop resisting that wise voice within that speaks to you of love so comprehensive that there is no room for suffering? Try looking at the world through the lens of your third eye, that place of intuition, which can see directly into the absolute truth of your heart. From this perspective, you can begin to recognize that you are perfect just as you are. When I trust my own intuition, I see the perfect beauty that dwells within me. Peace out, 10th house Scorpios. 11th house Scorpios. The 11th house is traditionally ruled by Aquarius, and it is the house of family, of spiritual messengers, of integrity, of justice, and your true essence. So let's see what wisdom is here in the Scorpio full moon for our 11th house Scorpios. Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's a lot of sword energy in these readings. Justice, again an air sign. This feels like... So I love that in the breakdown of this house, it's about justice, and we have the Justice card here. I'm feeling like a divorce or a breakup. I'm feeling like a reckoning of being like right. Whew. Sorry, y'all. Right at the end, like a finality, like paper signed, you moved out, like I feel like an ending of a partnership. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I'm working with different setups and I'm trying to figure it out. Let's get some clarity around this Justice card and this Two of Cups. Strength. This was in our first reading. The Emperor. And the Star. Man, I feel like you are solid in your choice right now. There's still a little ache, but whatever this is, you're very sure of yourself. I feel like you can already feel the ways in which this, like you've already been healing since you made the choice, and now that there's a finality, even if this didn't just happen, I feel like maybe you are feeling a little sadness. I feel like whatever this is happened in the year. It might even be an anniversary of something, and you're curious as to why such big feelings are coming up around this particular ending right now. And I feel like it's a wash, like it's a clearing, a cleaning that's coming up, like residual things that have been in your subconscious that are coming up with this Scorpio full moon. And so I don't even think that you're doubting your choice, especially with the Emperor and the Strength here and the Justice card here and Judgment. Like, these are huge cards of, like, these feel very bold and very sure and very powerful. I just feel like this emotional response came out of nowhere and you just have to ride it out and be okay with, this doesn't mean anything. It's just like a clearing, like muck coming up from the surface and wanting to be washed away. So let's see what cards you have. The Emperor, this is the second time this has happened. The Emperor and Dreamer. I feel like right now you get to create whatever fucking reality you want. I feel like you're already in it. Like, you're already in what it is you have wanted for so long. And the step that propelled you there was ending whatever this thing was. Let's read something really quick from the Emperor card in this Sacred Web Tarot deck. Majesty. Love that word for this card. Power. Sacred power and majesty come to me when I stand strong in my truth. You might have even exchanged words with this person recently, and that's what's bringing this up for you. With this Knight of Swords here, this is very quick moving, very fast energy, and this Seven of Wands here is very confrontational, almost internal. Like, maybe you spoke a truth and now you're unsure of why you were so honest, because usually you're trying to keep the peace, but this time something had to be said. I love this. To create a strong foundation for your life, consider what in it serves to limit and what serves to liberate. Architect your intentions so that you can help create a just world that is full of peace, one that is grounded in a humble faith in yourself and in all humankind. Majesty calls you into the sacred power of service through skillful leadership, into the knowledge that you are supremely complete just as you are. In majesty, you have nothing to fear when you move through the world with an open heart. 11th house, Scorpios, I really like this energy. Godspeed in this full moon. 12th house, Scorpios. The 12th house is traditionally ruled by Pisces, and it is the house of spirituality, of karma, of healing, of closure, and of collective unconscious. Healing and closure are huge words too for Scorpio energy. Let's see what comes up, what wisdom we have for you. 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the Moon, the Hermit, and Judgment. With 10 of Wands, this is coming up so much in these readings, the 10 of Swords. It really is this energy of being done. I actually want to read the 10 of Swords energy, like interpretation in this Wisdom of the Sacred Web Tarot guidebook. Awareness. Real transformation comes through release, but you can't let go if you don't cultivate an awareness of the thoughts that swirl through your mind and the beliefs that no longer support the life you're meant to live. The alchemy of transformation happens when you shine your awareness on your experiences of struggle and pain and honor them for how they have helped you grow. Breathe deeply. Unloose through exhalations. Find renewal in this moment of acceptance and in your determination to liberate yourself from negative thinking. Know that you are ready to step into the next phase of your journey with heart-centered discernment and a newly enlightened intelligence that knows how to choose peace and love over anxiety and fear. I cultivate awareness of what no longer serves, and I choose peace and love over anxiety and fear. Man, I feel like you teeter between like being in this healed place and alchemizing the old pain in the narrative and also being still in it. And I think that's okay. This really does feel like this is okay. I like that the Hermit's here in this Scorpio energy and this death energy. I just pulled from this deck I love for myself for the Pluto retrograde period of like what the lessons are. And the Hermit and the Death card are both on my altar right now. And what I like about the depiction of them in this Tree of Life deck is they're both cloaked. One is in the dark, one has a little bit of light. One's cloak is like tattered and torn, and you can tell that it is this energy of like the angel of death, obviously the death card. And then the hermit is more well kept and put together. And I like that both of these are present in the reading because I feel like they're both invitations to go inward. And right now they're hand in hand. Like you're both going in, and I feel like being open to the wisdom not only that you possess innately, but the wisdom from those around you who have experience, who have walked their talk, who've walked the walk, who know what it's like to be moving through what it is that you've moved through. I feel like with the Judgment and the Hermit here together, I do feel like there are some teachers or people who you've really looked up to, and you're seeing a side of them that maybe tells you that this is not who you should be trusting and working with. Not that they're bad, because I feel like some of these people you just love, but you are seeing that maybe they're in a moment of not being able to hold you in the way that they have in the past. Like they're working through their own things. And with Judgment here too, I also feel like to hold them in love, that they are moving through their own Scorpio full moon energies. And I also feel like with the Hermit and Judgment here too, that you already know, like you're seeking outside validation for things that you already know. And so make your choice. Be in your power and choose. Be in your power and trust that you can pray about it, that you can ask for guidance, that you can ask for wisdom, but that you, in your gut, in your belly, know. And it's okay to trust that no one here is perfect. And even if it feels like a wrong choice months from now, like you are holding yourself to these standards of perfection that are just not realistic or fair. And then with the Three of Cups and the Moon here, I don't know, I see you in like circle with soul family, like howling at the moon with your girls and like having fun and being in celebration even in this darkness, because there is a darkness, there is a heaviness in the world right now, and especially I feel like it's amplified in this Scorpio moon. I also feel like maybe there are people in the community who you're wanting space from, and I feel like take that, because maybe there's a darkness coming up for them that isn't easy for you to, that's maybe bringing out a side of them that's unfavorable. Again, like a theme we talked about at the very start of this reading. But again, we're holding everyone in love and giving them space. We don't have to make any huge assumptions or separations at this time, just taking space. Let's see what cards we have. We have Eight of Pentacles and Summer. I love the Hummingbird card. Eight of Pentacles and Summer. I almost feel like this is saying, let's see what this Eight of Pentacles says for us. Diligence. The ascent has been challenging, but your hard work and diligence have taken you far. With each persistent step, you have built the skill and focus to carry you forward. You have passed through a gateway to a new kind of appreciation for life. With each stride, your insight into your material undertakings as a manifestation of your spiritual nature continues to increase. Savor your constant and determined efforts and all that you have learned as you traverse your path. Believe in your capacity to endure and master that which you pursue. Ground yourself in the meaningfulness of your work so that you can continue to climb. I feel like this is really straightforward, like keeping your nose to the grindstone, focus on what's important, move through this season, literally this summer season. I feel like trusting you. trusting your wisdom through this summer. Your practice is trusting your intuition without needing outside validation or feedback. 12th house Scorpios, peace out. No house Scorpios, 0 house Scorpios. This is the realm of possibility and potential. We have 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Ace of Cups underneath. Ooh, I love this. 3 of Pentacles. Oh, I feel like you are plotting, scheming, planning. I feel like you are excited about something. You're working really hard on something. This Ace of Cups here feels like all of the hard work is going to pay off. It feels like, I also feel like the Ace of Cups at the bottom is to remind you to not make any choices from an overly emotional place. That if you, for some of you, this feels like a fantasy, like fantasizing and being a little bit out of touch with reality. For some of you, this feels really grounded. If you are escaping, if you are drinking, if you are participating too much in like recreational drug use, if you are like really looking for relief through something outside of, I mean, y'all, I'm not gonna like bullshit. Like if you're fucking around, you know. You fucking know. So if this is you, if you're like on your phone too much, scrolling, like whatever the fuck it is, you know. Like cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. You can still be in this energy of like daydreaming and play and collaboration without being intoxicated or distracted. For some of you, I feel like too, your dream world is really inspiring. Like there are instructions there. That's what I'm getting. This feels very, very dreamy for some of you in the best way, and for some of you in a way that's a little bit destructive. So I think that without me having to say any more, you know where you fall. Gather, I love this with the 3 of Pentacles, and this is 21. This is the World card. Ooh, this is the card of completion, of it is finished, of both like completion and the brink of something new. And I feel like this is a very potent time for you to be relaxed, like soft and gentle, and like reap the rewards of what it is you've worked so hard for. To be with family, to enjoy your time, to be with friends, to daydream, to plan for the future, and to stay optimistic. To use the free time that you have to create and nurture and ground and not distract yourself. I feel like you know what to do. My 0 house Scorpios. 1st house Scorpios, I feel like this is a huge energy to have in your 1st house. This is the house that is the self, the identity, new initiatives. It's ruled by Aries, which is ruled by Mars. Let's see what comes up for my 1st house Scorpios. What wisdom do we have in the Scorpio full moon? The Emperor in reverse. King of Pentacles, that is interesting. Can you clarify the Emperor and the King of Pentacles for me? The Sun. Four of Cups in reverse. There isn't a lot of clarity right now. I feel like, let's actually see what your cards are here. We have, man, this is wild. We have 7 of Swords. This was, and then we have blocked, which is insanely clarifying for what I'm feeling. Like, I just feel such a hard stop right now, like almost a numbness. Let's read this 7 of Air. 7 of Air, 7 of Swords is a card of, it really is a card of deceit and dishonesty and just a lack of truthfulness. Mind swirling, you may feel like you can't hold on to anything. Do not let your brain mislead you with old, sad stories that no longer communicate who you truly are. If you are experiencing an overload of information, what can you do to clear your mind? How can you create more spaciousness there? How can you get more clarity? Accept that you have the strength to shake off anything that clouds your perspective and prevents you from staying focused. Begin to peel back the layers of judgment. Remember that you contain within you the intelligence of compassion and the sacred truth of connection. Only when you let go of the illusion that you were alone, separate from the divinity that dwells within all beings, can you reclaim your majesty. Use your eagle eye, your force of will, your fearlessness to release whatever burdens are weighing you down. Feel the peace that flows through when you raise up your eyes to see that what you seek has always been within your reach. So as I'm reading this, I'm recognizing the Emperor in reverse and the King of Pentacles here, and I just feel this energy of like, what a dick. Like, this energy of like saying too much, and this can be you or maybe someone in your life, of someone who has a full sense of arrogance and confidence and is a fucking dick. Like, this king feels really empty. And whether this is you or someone who has like influenced your energy over the last few weeks and has made you feel kind of shitty, because I feel like there's like a major sense of unworthiness, whether you made someone feel this way or you're feeling this way because of someone right now. And like this inability to receive love or goodness because you are in a state of like numbness. Like, this feels extremely numb, like either numb to the way that you're making other people feel or numb because of how someone else has made you feel. Let me ask for the medicine of this. And I feel like the Scorpio full moon is bringing up too much. And it is the space of overstimulation. And I feel like you're spinning a lot of stories right now that are just not accurate. And you're like latching on to them because you literally feel lost. And like the light, like stories of the light and of you being worthy of love are out of reach. Okay, well, 6 of Swords is not really what I was looking for, but thank you. This just feels like a slow, sad movement. Fucking 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords and Temperance. Man. I feel like you have to want to move. You have to both recognize the truth of the situation and like process the heavy and the sad that comes with it and be in the light. I also feel like most people who are listening to this have probably turned this off at this point and literally don't give a fuck. I feel like some energy work for you would be super supportive, and maybe a one-on-one reading or session, because I feel like this is really like dense and deep and is going to take a lot more than this quick 6-minute reading to explore what's coming up for you. So if this is really speaking to you, I recommend pulling the Temperance card out of a deck, or maybe going to get your first deck ever of like oracle cards or something, and just see what comes up for you, because I feel like being in prayer and being in spirit and like a very surrendered space is medicine for you right now, and asking for guidance on how to move forward. First house Scorpios, peace. And second house Scorpios, the house of resources, possessions, values, all things material, traditionally ruled by Taurus. You are our second house Scorpios, and what is the wisdom on offer in this Scorpio full moon in this beautiful month of May? Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Fool underneath. I don't know. Maybe the Scorpio full moon is really difficult for these lower houses, because this is all like pretty blocked energy. Seven of Pentacles and the Fool. I feel like you're working really... Page of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse for me? Really the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Temperance. Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords. This feels like both very fast and very slow. I don't feel like there's clear thinking happening here with the Ace of Swords and Knight of Swords in reverse, which is like thought and communication. Or maybe there's like a lack of communication here. It's either too much like fluff communication or none at all. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like it's oversharing and like spilling out. What I'm getting right now is spilling your grace. Carolyn Miss talks on this on YouTube, on spilling your grace, on saying too much, on oversharing. And I feel like you're sharing with someone who does not have your best interest at heart. And this might even be sharing resources with the mindset that you're going to get back what you're putting out. And I feel like this is very naive and an ungrounded way of thinking. I feel like you work really hard for what you have, and someone is just like picking from your tree, like picking it dry. That's kind of what I see with this Page of Pentacles here, is like you have this one pentacle, this one coin left, and you worked really hard for it. And it's beautiful, and you're proud of yourself. And I just see this other person or entity coming in and like picking it from your hands. And so you work and you grab another, and you're admiring it and you want to share it. And I feel like you're sharing it with the wrong person or people. Let's see what these cards say. The Lovers, persistence. I feel like you're someone who wants to share, who wants to be in partnership. And you know, I don't even know that for some of you, this other person isn't even being malicious, but you maybe are not being realistic with what it is you have and don't have. Or maybe, especially with the Four of Pentacles in reverse here, it's like oversharing resources. And maybe as excited as you are to have so much right now, it's really important to like set aside and to get really clear and communicate about the reality of your situation and what you have to share and what you don't. How is this speaking to my second house Scorpios? Peace out, you guys. Third house Scorpios, the house of the mind, of communication, of childhood, traditionally ruled by Gemini. What wisdom do we have in the light of this Scorpio full moon for my Geminis? What wisdom do we have for my third house Scorpios in the wisdom of the Scorpio full moon? Sorry, y'all. King of Swords and Knight of Wands. That's fire and air. Love to see it. With the Knight and the Kings, with our court cards here, court cards are like embodiments of this energy. The Knights are about movement. I feel like you are making moves from a very grounded place, speaking your truth from a position of leadership and excitement. I'm also getting to be very mindful of your words, to really mean it when you're saying something. Be mindful of the words that you choose. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Four of Cups in reversed, Two of Pentacles upright, card of balancing. I feel like this is about the promises that you make. Be careful what you say when you're very excited, the things you commit to when you're excited. The Ace of Swords and Page of Swords in reverse, I almost feel like is empty promises. The Four of Cups in reverse, yeah, it's like letting someone down. Did you tell someone you were going to do something and then you didn't do it? Or were you thinking about not doing something that's coming up that you promised someone that you would? Because I feel like this 10 of Cups here is like, please don't fuck this up. I know that you may not, like, I kind of see you like at a crossroads, like wanting to make a choice. And I feel like you can make both people, both parties happy. And I think one of those parties is yourself without letting down someone that you made a promise to. I feel like this is a child or a parent or some small human that you don't think will care, or someone whose feelings you think are really small and they're really chill and they won't care, and they care more than you think they do. Child, that's crazy. Wheel of Fortune. Let's read this. I'm like feeling like karmic. I'm feeling like the mindset for some of you, like this person never cared about me. Why should I keep my promises to them? Let's see what the 10 of Pentacles says in the Sacred Web. I mean, 10 of Pentacles, Lord. 10, the Wheel of Fortune says in the wheel. The wheel spins the design of your life through the karmic intersection of free will and fate. It threads you back to the bridge of your beginning, to the hope of the leap and the gifts of the magician. Here you find yourself in the womb of the web, expanding and contracting, only to expand again. In the manifest miracle of your body, you are here to give birth to your most absolute self. Take time to reflect on the actions that have brought you to this place. Consider what you have been born to manifest and what you are meant to pursue. Can you find some peace in this moment? Can you inhale joy? The wheel invites you into a sacred pause. Take a deep breath, for it takes courage to pause when the world around you wants to weave the path for you. Root yourself in your truth before you turn the wheel toward a life filled with passion and purpose. I feel like there's a big change in excitement and like wanting to be so focused on what this is in front of you that is very exciting. And I think the gentle reminder here is to not forget about those that love you, and to look outside of yourself, to not, I feel like you have an opportunity right now to move from like a place of service instead of being self-serving. And I think what this message is reminding you of is that you can do both, that you can be proud of yourself and excited without forgetting about everyone else. My third house Scorpios. Fourth house Scorpios, the house of foundation, roots, home, and family. This is traditionally ruled by Cancer. What is the wisdom? What is the wisdom on offer for our fourth house Scorpios in the light of the Scorpio full moon? King of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands upright. Four of Pentacles, Judgment, Justice in reverse, and the High Priestess. I feel like this is, clarify the King of Swords in reverse for me, please. The Lovers. The Hanged Man. This feels like a being in limbo, maybe with a partner. Not communicating something. I think it's like a plan. Like saving up for something. Maybe this is a surprise. Maybe this is someone leaving. Your sights are set on something else. And there is a little bit of secrecy here. We have Judgment. Justice in reverse and the High Priestess. Please clarify Justice in reverse and the High Priestess. Let's look at your oracle cards. Justice in reverse and the High Priestess. Source of Earth and delay. I'm feeling like there's no need to pull the trigger on whatever this is. I feel like some of you, it's buying a house, moving in together, moving out, spending a lot of money on something. I feel like you're looking really far ahead and you're being drawn back just a little bit closer. I feel like the lens of whoever this is really focused on the self. And there's an invitation to think about how whatever this is will affect those around you. To not forget that your actions also influence the lives of those in your immediate circle. This isn't a yes or a no. This is just a not right now. And to regroup and refocus. I see a lot of fog and a lot of haze in this moon, a lot of heightened emotions, a lot of excitement, and to just be present in it, to maybe get present with the people in your home, with your family, and like ground into that before you make any choice. My fourth house, Scorpios. Fifth house, Scorpios. Let's see what comes up for you. This is the house of consciousness, of creativity, of sex, of romance, of love, and it is ruled traditionally by Leo. So my fifth house, Scorpios, we're asking for wisdom in this Scorpio full moon for you. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. Let's see. I feel a split, a separation, a choice. And I feel like it's a choice on how to look at a situation. I feel like some of you are not even acknowledging whatever this heavier thing is, like an aloofness. Some of you are looking at it with grace and compassion. Let's get some clarity on these three pulls, specifically this 10 of Swords in the middle, balance. Maybe you're embodying both. Five of Pentacles in reverse. I think that it almost seems to be a little bit of a struggle. Not so much a struggle, but just an awareness of being between two worlds, like one that's compassionate and forgiving and one that still feels a little harsh and frustrated over something. Queen of Swords. Five of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like you're thinking too much right now. I feel like you're creating and you're doing. You're kind of over the mental shit, which I feel is working for you with the sun here. Not thinking too hard. You're just kind of living and moving and creating, and I feel like you're done feeling sorry for yourself. You are ready to look towards the future and be in a more grounded place of love. I feel like there's a let's get the fuck out of here kind of energy. I love this depiction of the hermit and joy. And being at peace within yourself, showering yourself in love and grace. And being like, I'm better for it. I'm better for whatever it is. And I'm ready to move on. I trust all the choices that I've made. I don't really give a fuck about what you say or think. I'm happy to be here. I feel playful and I feel light and I feel alive. And I'm just not in a season right now where I even want to fuck with the heavy. I don't have to. I've done the work. I get to be in my joy right now. I get to be in my peace right now. I understand that there's shit going on. I understand that there are people who need me and rely on me, but I can both be present for them and in my fucking joy. Fifth house Scorpios, I'm fucking feeling it for you. Peace. Sixth house Scorpios, the house of health, organization, systems, and service. It is ruled traditionally by Virgo. What wisdom does the Scorpio full moon have for my sixth house Scorpios? Two of Wands. This card has been in quite a few of our readings today. Two of Wands. What are you creating? What are your sights set on? I feel a sense of protection here. I feel a sense of healing here, a sense of alchemy, of doing what you need to do to heal from something very big that happened. I feel like the worst of it is over and you're on the upswing. The Lovers. For some of you, this is a lot about partnership, about either being supported or having left something. I feel like this is more supportive and even loving exchange. I feel like you're in a place where you don't have to worry or stress about your partner or what you've been through. I feel like this is a place of being very receptive to love, to not being in a place where you are emotionally like abused or dragged along. Let's read about the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Student of Air. The student of air always has an inspired plan or idea in which they find purpose and meaning. An ardent learner, they arrive with cheerful readiness, poised to address the unfolding of the moment. They invite you to apply yourself with determined vigilance to whatever task you undertake. This student is here to teach you how important it is to manifest your vision by shedding doubt. I feel like this is a lot of recognizing where you are as opposed to where you have been, and seeing all of the potential and the light that's here. And I feel like this Page of Swords is really playful and kind of like swatting away thoughts of doubt or insecurity, or like, what if I get fucked over, or like, what if this or what if that, and just like enjoying where they are right now. I fucking love this card. I think that so far in sitting with this Sacred Web Tarot deck, The Six of Cups is my favorite. Just like, look at how sweet and loving this card is. And look at the moon. This is, I feel like, the floodgates opening to just receive love. Like, I see a raw, vulnerable meditation practice. You just being open to the light that the moon has for you. And then the card of synchronicity. This is like serendipity, of joy, of just like seeing all the ways that you're blessed and loved right now. And being open to it, acknowledging it, saying thank you for it. 6th house Scorpios. Peace. 7th house Scorpios. The house of relationships, of contracts, of interpersonal styles, traditionally ruled by Libra. What wisdom do we have in the Scorpio full moon for my 7th house Scorpios? Knight of Wands, card of movement, creativity. Let's get some clarity. 4 of Cups in reverse has showed up in a lot of these readings. King of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Wands in reverse. I kind of feel like this is a leaving something behind. Something unfulfilling and kind of empty. An opportunity that wasn't what you thought it would be. A situation that turned out to not be what you thought it would be. And I see you moving away confidently. With the Justice here, I feel like this is the move. And I feel like this is how it was supposed to be, to not be upset about it not working out. And I don't feel like you are. The Fool. I feel like you had to do this. You had to experience this, and it's going to make you better for it. I see you very confidently moving towards like something that you know. I feel like before this like opportunity presented itself, you had a couple of choices. You chose something, you realized very quickly it wasn't for you and it was unfulfilling, and now you have the utmost clarity moving towards, like, I see you moving back towards the other things. That opportunity is still there for you. We have Student of Earth, which is Page of Pentacles and Bravery. And I feel this as like something humbling, needing to swallow your pride a little bit, and you're happy to do it. You have the courage to go and ask for what you need to be in this state of curiosity and play and creativity. I feel like you've shed all doubt about what it is you want, and you are moving towards it knowing that you are going to do whatever it is you need to do to get to where you want to be. I really like this energy. I want to pull one more card for this group. Bravery and Bloom. I feel like this is all good things for you. Star, healing, light, very happy, very loving, very excited. This is very excited. The Magician, creating exactly what you want. I feel like there's no doubt in your mind. You are like full steam ahead, and I feel like this energy and this reading completely supports that. Love you guys, my 7th house Scorpios. Until the next reading. Bye.